We're doing this?
We're doing it.
Let's go. So going back to what we were in the last episode, and we're talking about the 60-80%
sales, yeah.
Yeah, the grind and the outbound calls.
Mm-hmm.
What's the grind like? Because obviously, you're right now in sales enablement, and you coming from a background in sales, especially in like outbound, cold call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was that like, and what's the grind in that? Like, where does the word grind match the reality of what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the grind. It's something that when people describe it, it sounds pretty easy, but when you actually get into it in sales, it's not just like the can you do this? It's can you do this over and over and over and over
with the nose.
With the nose, like, can you? Yeah, I mean, it's like, can anyone do a day in sales? Sure. A week, maybe. A lot of people be saying hell no on day 2 of that.
Yeah.
But it's like month after month. You can choose to feel it as I'm doing the same thing over and over, or you can see and work on the growth in that, like any job. Like every job at any company is repetitive. Like that's somebody's got to do the thing over and over. Like any department, and in sales, it's harder because like that thing involves like people and them oftentimes like abruptly telling you no, or abruptly maybe like getting personal with you or whatever, like not being very friendly. And so like, yeah, it's taking that like bam, bam, every day. Like
it's not easy.
It's not easy. And it really, I mean, like I know for me, like, and my parents would be the first to tell you, like in the first year I was cold calling, like those like hits,
yeah.
Oh, they hit me. Oh my God. And I had to understand that I let them hit me.
Yep. It's because I think that, we as humans, obviously, and this is to everybody who's never done sales. Sales, when somebody tells you, well, I cold call, and like people go, it's easy, like you just gotta hold the phone and call people, right?
Yep.
And whatever, he gives you a no, close a line, and call another one. Well, it's not that really that easy, because once that is your job to sell, and you're getting 80%. I don't know what's the nose percentage.
Well, it's like the biggest chunk. If you're on the phones, they're not going to answer.
Okay.
So you're not going to get an answer, and then we say you got 40 calls to make in a day. Let's say 30 don't answer.
30 don't answer. So we got 10 left.
6 of those 10 left give you an abrupt no. I don't want to talk to you, and if you try to further they interrupt you, they might hang up on you. It's an abrupt no. And then the last 4, we'll call it, maybe you get an inch or a centimeter with it, and maybe you get one yes out of that. That's like, oh, I'll take the meeting, or I'll continue forward, and like that sounds like, oh, well, a bunch of people don't answer. When you're sitting in that, like when you're sitting in that chair and you are picking up the phone and every dial matters, and it's like you need to get your job done, and then you hear the human voice on the other end. Like, it's all easy until you hear that other voice tell you no, and tell you like with all sincerity, tell you no. And it's not just like, no, thanks for calling. It's like, no, stop calling me. Yeah. And it's like, and you don't get a visual of, it's just a voice, and it's just like, F off, or I'm not interested. Quit calling me. Take me off your list. What, like, and it's
constant.
And it's not sugarcoated.
It's not easy, because there's one thing you need to know about a salesperson. A salesperson's always trying to obviously sell. And I'm assuming, because I've never done cold calling, right? I'm assuming that when they cold call, what their brain thinks is that what technique or how am I supposed to talk to the next person in order for me to get a yes. And that thinking on its own, you start doubting yourself. Am I doing it wrong? Is the pitch that these people gave me right? Am I pitching right? Am I reading the paper right? Am I supposed to even read the paper? You know?
Right.
And your brain goes 100 miles an hour once, and once you hear that human, and you just want to talk. Hello, yeah, listen, like, no.
No, I don't.
It's not happening.
I don't take calls from salespeople. And it's like, yo, I'm just a human.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you said something like, you don't cold call. You do door to door, business to business.
Yeah.
And you were telling me a story about a script before, having to read one.
Yeah. So basically, the whole story of me in sales, like actual like sales in the corporate world, started when I was in England, because I lived in England. I studied in England. And I got this job with this charity company.
Charity, so you gotta go get donations for charity. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm out there. They told me that, listen, there's a pitch that you gotta remember. And I was like, you gotta remember it, memorize it, knock on doors, say it.
Yep.
I'm at home trying to memorize, and I'm very bad at memorizing. I don't really like memorizing.
I don't either.
So I'm just like, all right, cool. If I want to get that sale, I got to memorize the paper, right? So I'm just trying to memorize. And then there's something in me that makes me go lazy, and I'm like, you know what, man, put that paper down. You're going to memorize it tomorrow before you hit the first door. I was like, cool. That's me talking to me.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep. Next day I wake up in the morning. I go out. My heart's beating. Because I don't memorize nothing from that paper. I memorize half of it,
Yeah.
And there's something in me saying that, hey, Mo, listen, like, you don't need to memorize the paper, man. You could just talk your way through it.
But you're told to memorize, right?
What?
You were told to memorize.
I was told in the office, like, you gotta memorize this.
Yeah.
Because if you memorize this, you're gonna get the donation.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to the first door, and the inner me says, like, you don't need to memorize the paper, right? And there's another inner me saying, well, they told me to memorize.
Yep.
So if I memorize this, I'm gonna sell. I knock on the first door. Obviously, I haven't memorized it all. And she opens the door and she's like, who are you? And I'm like, well, my name is Burhash from Foundation, and I'm just nervous. And my name is Burhash. She's like, well, who are you? Like, and I'm like, well, my name is Muhammad. And in my head, I'm just thinking, oh God, please just close that door right now and give me a no, because I'm anxious. I'm nervous, Yeah. So. Well, she's like, well, sorry, no, I'm not interested. I'm like, okay, God, thank God, like, okay, cool,
yeah.
This is over.
You're just trying to get down.
Yeah. And then I look back and I remember that there's probably like 70 more doors that I gotta knock.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is gonna be like this.
That's when sales hits you, man.
Yeah. I was like, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to the second door, boom, boom, boom. Please, I hope.
Like, don't answer.
I'm pretty God, don't answer.
Yeah, nobody home, please, nobody home.
And. Turn around, I was go to my team lead. I was like, hey, they didn't answer, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
He's like, go back and knock again. No, you didn't knock harder. Go knock harder. And I was like, oh God. I look at the paper and I just look at it real fast, and I'm like, okay, I need to memorize this paper because this paper is gonna give me the sale. So I knock on the door and nobody answers, and I'm very happy. So I go there, third door, I knock on the door, they open. I'm just like, hey, my name is Mohammed. I'm here from the British Heart Foundation. We're trying to get to charity. This is my face, Richard.
Yeah.
He's like, man, the guy just slammed.
Screw off.
I turn around, my teammate, he's like, Mo, come here. I go outside. He like, I remember he's Nigerian. He's amazing,
Yeah.
So what you doing? I was like, man, I'm trying to sell. He's like, I told him I'm trying to memorize this paper, and he's like, give me that paper. He crashed it up. He threw it in the trash. He's like, next door, you go out there and go get me her name, and that's it.
Just her name.
Just the name. I was like, what you want? On just the name? He's like, B-U, get the name and that's it. I was like, yeah, that's easy. So I go up to the door, boom, boom, boom. She opens the door. I was like, hey, hello, my name is Mohammed. I'm here from the British Heart Foundation. I just want to know what's your name. And she's like, my name is Sarah. I was like, thank you very much. We're not selling anything today. And I was like, hey, her name is Sarah. He's like, good job. That's the first step to you being going to whatever you want to do. And eventually, after probably 2 weeks of me trying to understand that I'm getting donation. I'm not selling donation. I'm trying. This is actually a good cause.
Yeah.
I knocked on the door. I told him, listen, like, hey man, I'm from British High Foundation. We're just trying to get charity and whatnot. He looks at me and he's like, yeah, where that's at? I was like, cool. I don't know because this is my first sale, but I'm gonna get you my team to give me one sale. Yo, and I screamed, and I just got them there. They're like, all right, cool, forget about him. You sign here, you know, and that's how I got my first signature. Because on God, I never got a signature before. So like all the training on how to train us on the iPad, that was used. I forgot that. Because it's been 2 weeks, man. I don't know how to onboard nobody and get no signatures.
Yeah,
and that's how I started the sales thingy. And then I realized that, all right, cool, this is tough. I'm not going back to door because this is like, oh God, this is tough. Yeah. So, and it's England, man. You know, people out there, with all due respect, you know, English people, they're not really, they don't smile. They got something against smiling.
They got,
but they're good people, don't get me wrong, but like smiling for them, you know, it's just after 6 especially. You know, like,
there's a lot of positivity in there.
Oh, no, yeah. They're trying to, like, they're still learning what that is, you know, so it was really tough. And then I realized that, okay, that's not sales. I didn't even know that was sales. So I was like, you know what, that's not for me. Years passed by. Last year of college, I got a homie of mine when I went to move to the Buckingham, to the town, small town I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
He had a mobile repair shop. So he told me, yo, Mo, listen, can you just sit in the shop for 5 hours every day? I gotta be somewhere else. I was like, yeah, man, that's easy. He's like, I pay. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, man, that's easy. Like, and I realized that, if this is selling, this is not even selling, because these people coming in on their own. I don't have to convince them to come in. They already want something.
Yeah.
So I'm relaxed. And I realized this is my comfort zone right here. Customer service, me dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
So me dealing with them led to them, rather than coming in there to buy a charger, they would come buy a charger and a cover for the phone, for instance, you know?
Well, upsell.
Yeah. And I don't know there's such thing as upsell. So So the owner would be like, yeah, man, you know, the customers like it when I stay here. Obviously I had to leave, and right now, you know, I'm in a situation where
you're back to door to door.
I'm back to door to door selling.
But not back. You've got a sales role.
I've been dreaming about this.
Business to business.
Yeah, I've been dreaming. I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you this thing. I'm gonna tell the artist this thing. Like, I used to work as in the finance department, let's say, or processing department at a dealership, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that thing is not for me, because I'm not dealing with human beings, man. You know, I want to talk to human beings. It's either I'm gonna put my headphones on, listen to some podcasts, and just do repetitive stuff.
Either listen to humans or
yeah, exactly. Because I'm doing the same thing, and it's not for me. I'm not enjoying this. I gotta get up. I gotta walk. I gotta talk. You know. And I was like, you know what? Yo, I was praying to God that because me and Adam, we talk a lot about sales, you know. And I was like, yo, man, listen, like, so it's true that like, those salespeople at the companies, like, is it true that they make 30 phone calls, 40 phone calls, and that's it, that's sales for them? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. You gotta make 40, 50 phone calls. I was like, 60, 70, whatever. So I was like, yo, Adam, they don't need to go and get the phone call, like the numbers.
Right.
The numbers are there.
Yeah, oftentimes, yeah.
So they just gotta call.
Yep.
And I was like, cool, man. I wish I can get that job. Like, you know, we're just calling people. Like, and obviously we were talking about like salespeople, and like most of the times we as humans, we take a lot of things personal.
Yeah.
So for me, I was training myself that, hey, listen, man, if you ever get a SDR job, don't you ever take anything personal, because this is, you know, you're just calling people, and you're gonna get a lot of no's, and that if you take them no's personally, it would ruin you. Yeah, it
took me down for sure.
So I was like, man, I hope, you know, I was really praying. I was praying to God. I was like, yo, God, listen, God, like, I want, like, if you ask me what I want right now, I want a sales job. I want to get into sales, man. I want to talk to people and whatnot. And there was this opportunity passing by, but it didn't really pass by as a sales SDR in a tech company.
Yeah.
It passed by as a partnership, you know, coordinator.
Yeah.
For a sports team. And I was like, yeah. So I went to the interview, and the owner of the club said, you guys, you're not here for interview. You got the job. Like, I looked at your resume. I want you on the team, you know. But this is a commission-only job. I was like, okay, cool. So what do we do? And he explained it in a way where, like, we go to businesses and we benefit them. He said it in a way that's so nice. And I was like, yeah, man. Like, if you're a business owner, you want to benefit, right? You want more business.
Yeah.
You know, give me that contract. Obviously, I called Adam right away. I said, listen, man, I got this opportunity in my right hand, but there's no commission. And then Adam told me,
there's commission. There's no base. Yeah, no salary.
Yeah, no, there's no salary. Yeah. And he's like, well, listen, man, you know, first of all, congratulations on getting the job or getting a job opportunity like that. Put the pros and cons and see what you want to do.
Yeah, that's right. I said make a list of pros and cons, what you got, compared to what this is. See it on paper.
Mm-hmm.
See it kind of mathematically a little bit.
And you know, that's what I did. And there was a, you know, the subconscious mind always wants your safety.
Yeah.
Always wants your safety.
Yep.
Subconscious mind is saying, listen, don't be a crazy person.
Yep.
Leaving a job with a base salary, with a salary or like a hourly rate or whatever.
Yeah.
Something that's guaranteed.
Yep.
And the inner me is saying, listen, man, you prayed for this, man. Like, you want this right there. Plus, you're not an employee. You know, like, when you get a commission, it's like you're not working for them, you're working with them. There's like that feeling right there. You know, like you're like, hey, man, this is the best of the best.
Yeah.
Go get it. You say you're a hustler, go get it, you know? And I don't say I'm a hustler, but I always say that like I'm a work hard.
Yeah.
And that was the challenge right there. Am I gonna be that or not? So I was like, you know what, man? Give me that contract. I signed that contract. I quit that job, and that was so I quit my job on a Thursday.
And
I got the job on a Wednesday. Quit my job on a Thursday.
And you were out door to door on a Friday.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and the reason, and you can, like, the owner club. So
yeah, because the owner's like,
what's going on?
What are you doing?
Yeah. I called the owner. So basically, the time frame between me signing and Thursday night was the thoughts in my brain. Okay, so how is this gonna go?
Yeah.
So if I go to the business owner, what's the reaction? Are they gonna sign?
Yeah.
Are they not gonna sign?
Yeah.
Is the business owner gonna like spit in my face and like gonna have a fight? What's gonna happen? Like, how am I gonna pitch it? Mm-hmm. Okay, the business owner obviously, like the club owner, he did a good job in like going through the sales phrases. Like from when you knock on the door.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
How do you smile? How do you be? Yeah. There's a gatekeeper. How do you deal with that?
Yep.
How do you finish from the gatekeeper and go to the business owner? And when you're in that business, while waiting for the business owner, what do you do? See, we really went in depth, right?
Yeah.
Thursday night, I call him up. I was like, hey man, listen. I'm going out tomorrow. I'm going out knocking doors. He's like, yo, Mo, you didn't even finish training. He's like, you didn't even finish training. I was like, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go out there to all the people that I know, so I can fail fast. I want to see the objections. I want to see how can I improve myself real quick. You know, because time is running, and I need to go. And he's like, well, you know, prepare yourself. Well, I can't stop you. You know.
Yeah.
So I did that. Friday morning, get dressed, put the perfume on, whatever, like cologne on and everything. Look so good. Go out there. And I don't know no business owners actually. Like, I don't even know that. So I just went to the people downstairs. On the street.
Yeah.
6 businesses. On the 6th business, I got a panic attack because obviously I'm not selling. Obviously I go
6 no.
6 no's. Yeah, 6 no's. Yeah, there were 6 no's.
Yeah.
Like 6 like, and I could see it in my face. Them telling me like, yo, get out. Like we don't want this.
Yeah.
It's face to face. It's a face to face. And I'll be like, alright, cool, yeah. Get out. And I realized that on the 5th business, I went in there and I was like, hey, listen, man, I'm from this football team and like we be doing like, you know, like partnerships and we would like you to be a partner and like that'd be good. And he's like, what do you sell? Like, what do you do? I was like, well, partnerships and what? And he's like, just email me. And then that hit my head that I'm not even ready.
What do I email?
Like, well, what am I emailing them?
Yeah. And
what am I telling them in the email? Mm-hmm. And I asked myself, because I own a little business before, how am I even benefiting this? That's a question that I asked myself. Yeah. And that's when the panic attack hits. And I'm about to go to the 6th business. And obviously went to the 6th business with a panic attack, got out of there with a quick no. And I just sat outside, you know, sat outside on the bench. And, you know, I was like, well, what am I going to do now? This is not for me.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is not for me. I can't make money off of this. And like, what did I do, man? I gotta go. Like, I gotta find a job. Real quick. So I called you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man. I called Adam up. I was like, listen, man, Adam, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You're my close friend and whatnot, and you in sales and whatnot. I'm not a salesperson. This is not for me. I can't do it. And he starts laughing.
I started laughing.
He started laughing hard. He's like, hey, man, listen, you quit your job yesterday. And you door knocking the next day.
The next day. I'm like salespeople I work with, I'm like, we do at least 2 weeks of onboarding before you touch the phone.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He asked me like, what you doing? What you doing? He asked me, what you doing outside on a secondary job? What you doing? And I just told him I wanted to fail quick. I wanted to fail fast.
Which is dope.
I gotta fail because I want to learn, and that's a lot. I learned a lot from those 6 businesses because that's when the question hit me, like, well, how am I benefiting? You know, like, and like, what am I selling? How am I selling it? What's the words that coming out of the mouth? I was the energy that I went into those places. I was scared.
Yeah.
I went with the energy, like, hey man, I'm giving the energy of I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say a pitch right now.
Yeah.
So after I spoke with Adam, I kind of calmed down, but the panic attack is still there. You can tell. So I was like, let me go to the gas station, give me something. Shout out to Michael, if your name is Michael or Mike, the guy who lived in Hawaii for a while, the guy who I know at Circle K. I walked in there and I was like, my head is on the ground, deep breathing. I was like, listen man, I want that. And he's like, well, I know what you want, because he knows me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I know what you want, but what's wrong with you? Mo, like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. And I was like, listen man, I got a job at I got a job at outside sales and whatnot. But like, man, listen, I'm not selling. He's like, when did you start? Like, you was at the dealership yesterday. Like, what happened? Like, tell me 1 second. Like, what you doing? He's like, well, man, you know, I quit yesterday and I started today. And listen, man, like, I went out there and I can't sit. And he started like, he's like, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Stand on the side. There was a customer behind me. He got the customer. He's like, hey, let me get you out of here. So he got the customer out of there. It's me and him. He's like, take a deep breath. What you selling? I was like, man, it's like sponsorships. Do you know what? I asked him, like, do you want to use sports sponsorships? He's like, yeah. Do you know marketing? That's what he asked me. I was like, yeah, I know marketing, man. He's like, basically, you market in the other business.
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
Yeah.
And he did it in front of me.
Nice.
He did it in front of me.
Nice.
He's like, you be the customer, I'm gonna be you.
Oh yeah. Good
And
role play, baby.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man.
Sales enablement, baby. Let's go.
And I came out there. I was a bit calm.
Yeah.
So I hit the 7 minutes right there.
Yeah.
So I hit the 7 minutes. Got a quick note. You know. So I go up and I was like, all right, cool. This is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta be ready. Because I'm going face to face. Ain't no phone where I can be in my boxes calling them.
Yeah, there ain't
So I go up there and I was like, well, if I want to get a sale, I need to know what I'm selling. So I go over the notes. I asked ChatGPT. I was like, yo, ChatGPT, what's the benefit of like businesses when they got like sports sponsorships?
Yeah.
ChatGPT gives me everything.
Right now.
And I start to understand a little bit of what's my job, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Man, you know, I sleep and next day put that on, and I was like, well, this is where relationships comes in. Like you be having good relationships with everybody. So you know how I used to live like in my old crib and my pops. So that old crib, the same building, it had a coffee shop, and me and my pops, we used to work. Both of us used to work Uber on one car, and like he did morning shifts, I did night shifts. So during the morning time. Like there's no car, I couldn't do nothing, and I'm not a home person, man. So I just like pack the bag, go to the coffee shop. I did that every day for like 6 months. Every day, they know me. I'm coming a certain time. I want a certain drink, and I'm serving a certain place. You know?
Yeah.
So even when they got private events, the owner would be like, I would go there. I would know they got a private event, and be like, the owner look at me, be like, hey, come in, let him in. Yeah, what you want? Get him his coffee. And you can go sit upstairs and study. Because that's when I did the cybersecurity thing.
Yeah.
So I went to that coffee shop. You know, so I'm all dressed up, you know, I go out there and the owner's there. And like, he didn't want me to speak. Like, he looked at me and he's like, oh, what, yo. Because I haven't been there because I moved. I moved.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, boss. I call him boss. I was like, yo, boss, listen, man, I moved down south. But, you know, I got to talk to you. Let me just get a drink. He's like, okay, come back. I go get a drink. I was like, listen, man. I see that you already partnered with the sports team. He's like, yeah, I partnered with sports team. And I look around, there's a lot of business cards. And I was like, you like networking, you know? He's like, yeah, networking is the best. And I was like, okay, cool, man. Listen, I just started working for the sports team, and we're looking for partnerships in local businesses. I'm close with the owner, and the owner would like to meet you. He would like to meet with the business owner. He's like, yes, yeah, we meet. I was like, yes, you know, like, okay, I got a first yes. This is the first step.
Yeah.
The owner's gonna come in, close the deal. I got the deal. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy. I'm out there, you know, opening up my buttons, you know, putting sunglasses, about to call the owner.
Yeah.
called the owner. I was like, yo, listen, man, I just got a meeting for you with a business owner, and I just need you down here just to close the deal. And he's like, listen, man, I'm busy for a whole week. Get it sorted, get it closed. It's easy.
Woo.
I was like, alright, cool. I closed, and I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like, alright, cool. The business owner, this is me.
Yeah,
it's me. It's only me, and I go in, and the business owner waited for me to hear the reply. Like when I was setting up that meeting.
Yeah.
I go to the business owner. I was like, listen, man, the business owner is busy because we got a press conference coming up. But you more than welcome to be there signing or no sign. And he's like, okay, what do you want? I said, listen, man, I'm here on behalf of the business owner. I'm telling you that we want to do like a business partnership, and like, you can sponsor us. He's like, what do you want? And I was like, what business partnership? He's like, what do you want? How much is it?
Yeah.
He's like, he goes straight to the money. He's like, how much is it? I was like, well, we got 3 packages. Or we got plenty of packages, but for a business like that, I went for the lowest 3.
Yeah.
And I started with the highest one.
Nice.
I was like, listen, man, we got this, and that. And he looks at me, he's like, I was like, but listen. I got a second one for you.
Yeah.
So I go to the second, the lowest, lower one. And I was like, listen, man, we got this, and that. We can do this for your business. And he goes, And I was like, listen, this is the last one. I'm not even supposed to sell it for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even supposed, I'm not even supposed to sell this for you. But like, you give me no choice. We got this, and like, that's the lowest we can do, man. Like, man, can you imagine that for a sport? He's like, okay. I was like, what you mean, okay? He's like, okay, yeah. I want that.
Yeah.
Can you do the contract for me and we can sign? I was like, alright, cool. I look at the computer. I don't even know how to do a contract. Man. I don't even know how to do a contract. Wi-Fi is not Wi-fi.
Yeah.
And I'm just sweating. I'm just sweating, man. The business owner right next to me. I'm just sweating. And that if the business owner sees this, he's gonna kill me because he emphasized on the fact that you better know how to do a contract before you go to a business. So I go there. I don't even know how to do a contract. And I was like, alright, cool. It took me probably like an hour and a half to get him signing.
Yeah.
On a document that was not supposed to be that document.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, Mo, listen, here's a check. Take this. Send me the contract.
Go figure it out.
Go, send me the contract email. I know who you are.
Nice.
I get that, and I'm just like, I'm the happiest person alive. But I didn't show that obviously in front of him. I was like, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your business. You're more than welcome to the press. Put it in the bag. Go out. I called the owner, and I was the happiest person alive, obviously, but there's something in me saying like, don't get too happy because you just sold the lowest one. I think I even told you that, like, I'm not like too excited because it's the lowest package. So I told the owner, I was like, hey, listen, man, well, I got good news and bad news for you. He's like, well, let's start with the good news. And
no, I said bad news, didn't he?
Yeah, he said, let's start with the bad. Yeah, he said, let's start with the bad.
I was like, everyone should start with bad news.
I was like, he signed on the lowest package. He's like, alright, cool. What's the good news then? I was like, he signed. He's like, good job, man, amazing. Like right out of the bat. I don't even know what that phrase meant. Right out of the bat. And I was like, yeah, man, listen, like, hopefully this is one of many. For me, I'm like, school's okay. I got a signature, but that's like the lowest one. And for me, it's not money. I wasn't like thinking about no. It's the lowest one. Like I wanna. So I'm happy. It gave me a boost. You can do this. Like it's easy. It's easily done. What just happened was nothing.
Yeah.
So the whole transaction to get this wasn't that difficult.
Yeah.
But I take that.
But doing it
like because you need repetition. Oh, you need repetition, man. If I went to that guy like from the first time, I would be like, hey man, listen, like we partnership and like business and like they want to benefit. And like nothing. I don't understand nothing, but it's because doing the seven businesses that I did the first day, and knowing that I got a lot to learn and to know, so I can talk. If I'm a good talker, at least I need to know what I'm saying. So went out there, I came out here and like studied. Not studied, but like understood. And then the guy the guy at the gas station. He said, listen, Mo, don't go way too hard on yourself because there's some things that come with time. And I was like, what you mean? Like what? He's like, the groove. Your groove.
Yes.
To get the groove, you gotta groove always. He's like, you got your own type of groove. Anybody know that? But to get your own type of groove, it took you time. It took you experience. To be walking that walk, to talk the way you talk. to get your groove in that business or any type of business,
it takes time.
It takes time.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen today or tomorrow.
Even if you know everything, it still takes time to get the groove.
Exactly. So I asked you. I was like, "Hey man, listen, the guy in the gas station, he said, what you think about it?" You're like, "Absolutely right."
Yeah, I remember that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I kind of relaxed on getting my groove.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, "Alright, cool." That business, that week, thankfully, thank God, it got upsold.
Yeah.
Real quick, and I told you, and you were like, "That's amazing."
Yeah.
And business owner happy, but he gave me the attitude of like, you can do more. Like, okay, cool, yeah. Right at the back, congratulate Muhammad, like. But he gave me that energy of like,
yeah,
you could do more. I was like, cool, but I can't do more.
Yeah,
I am gonna do more.
Yeah,
Wake up next week, same week, new week. I'm kind of happy, backed up. I came to your house. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Monday, I came to his house. I was like, yo, Adam, I got this idea. I want to categorize the businesses into like industries.
Yeah.
So I can know how to drive and where I'm starting up driving and just popping up at the shop.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, man, being organized is key. That's what he told me. And I was like, yeah, man, I realized people have calendars. And you're like, yeah, calendars, organization, being organized, especially in like your type of business is gonna be beneficial. So I was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna look into that,
Mm-hmm.
That day I go out, probably like 9, 6, probably like anywhere from 6 to 9 businesses. Probably like seven businesses.
Mm-hmm.
All no's.
Mm-hmm.
All no's.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, we're back to zero. We're back to being like nothing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try tomorrow. Like, get up tomorrow. Go out there. All no's. Total of like 19 to 20 businesses no's. So I'm coming back home, all sweaty and everything. And I was like, alright, man, like I don't even know what I want to do. I can surely tell myself, it's my brain, it's my brain saying, obviously this is not for you. And right now, if this is not for you, what is for you?
Then what is?
Because I thought I was a salesperson.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not for me, obviously. So I got to a point of like, what do I want? Because I asked for this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If this is not working for me, then what do I want? What would I want?
Yeah.
And I text Adam that day, and I was like, hey, listen, man, is it cool if I feel down?
Mm-hmm.
This guy starts laughing. He texts me, he's like, what you said? What did we say? What you said?
I was like, yeah, and like you've been grinding, pushing so hard that like we're even creatures, humans, and we can't ride a high and not experience a down. And that's a lot of the people who continually are successful. Like they take these ups and downs and they figure out how to make their life really even and wake up and like they're fine. They go to sleep fine and they're even. And it's like it comes with a shit ton of work, but it's like you cannot like be, it's the same. I mean, it's like what goes up must come down. And so like feeling down it's a critical part of who we are, and it's a critical part of like reflection, and it sucks. And the worst thing to do when you're feeling down is to pretend you're not or to ignore it. It's you gotta welcome in feelings and like become one with them, because it is you. It's who you are. And yeah, I mean
that second I realized that my brain started generating negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I realized there's something going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong.
Yep, something's up.
Something's up. There's not normal,
Mm-hmm.
And what Adam told me, he told me something that's magical. He's like, hey Muhammad, hey Mo, chill.
Yeah.
Like, I'm chilling, man. He's like, no.
Like, get away.
Really chill.
Yeah.
Get away with work.
No work.
Stop
no
thinking of work.
Yeah.
Don't think about the negativity. Because he knows that I don't really believe in the thoughts that are like that in my brain. I don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Like the negative thoughts, like this is not for you, the job is not for you. I know this is just negative thoughts. I was trying to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how about you just call it a day? It was probably like 6:30.
Yeah.
And he's like, call it a day, man. It's 6:30.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, stop walking, stop grinding, stop thinking about even the whole job.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna try doing that because I haven't done that in a long time. On God, man, you saw how my life is for the past year.
Yep.
It's job after work, and wake up and work, and you know that's how it is. And for me, like I'm grateful. It's not like I'm complaining, but Adam had a point of like, can you just sit down and be you, chill, just lay back. So I was like, alright, cool, man, you know. And that day, I actually chilled.
Yeah.
And I told you that. I chilled. I felt great. I felt amazing.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Wake up next day. I get a call from one of the people that I visited that he didn't even sign. But this person in particular, I spent probably like 2 hours to 3 hours just talking to him. And when he didn't sign, I wasn't mad. My face, my energy didn't change.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, man, it's really up to you. I ain't here to pressure you or nothing. Here's my phone number, but can I just take a couple photos of your place? Because this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my homies are going to come. You sign or not? It's like, yeah, definitely. So this guy gives me a call. I was at a dentist, actually. He gives me a call. He's like, hey, Mo, Ali. He calls me Ali. He's like, yo, Ali. I was like, yeah, man. He's like, listen, man, I got 4 references for you. I was like, alright, cool, man. You know, thank you, man. Appreciate you. You know, like, in my brain.
Yeah, like, sure.
And the reason why I'm saying the story, the reason why I'm saying when it all started on Monday, the reason why I'm saying the story is because this is what happened. I'm going to tell you the reason after this. I closed the line, and this guy didn't sign.
Right.
Just keep in mind, this guy, he's not a partner.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got 4 references for you. I'm going to go get the contact infos for you. I was like, cool. I'm walking, finish from the dentist, go to get the medications, right? Walking in Walgreens, I see a phone number that I don't know. Open the phone. Hello, is this Ali? Well, this is not the same guy as that guy, but he's calling me Ali.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Are you Ty? Yeah, what's up? And he's like, well, yeah, we're really happy to be partners with you. Oh, right on. Did he tell you the price and everything? Yeah, he explained the price. We're really excited to start with you.
Oh.
If you can just tell us the details.
Yeah.
Obviously, I give him all the details and details, you know. And he's like, yeah, okay, we don't need to meet. Send me the contract. I was like, okay, cool. Just nice. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Yeah.
Send him the contract. Waited for 4 hours. 5 hours. He gives me a call. He's like, well, listen, how about you pass by tomorrow, you know, and we can talk more about the... I was like, listen, man, the promotion's gonna be done if you don't sign today.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can sign while you're on the phone. He signs while I'm on the phone.
Woo! Let's go.
I do this. I sat in my car, probably 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Sat in my car, I'm just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? I don't even know the guy. I don't even know where he is.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's saying. You know? And I realized, and this is one more thing. I wasn't fully happy because he's doing installment plans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought like, okay, cool. Like he did the big number, like a big number, like a good number, but he's doing installment plans. I don't know if that's beneficial. Or if that counts as that number, or is it gonna count as that? Is it gonna count as a small number? Whatever. So I text my team lead. I got a team lead after I did the signature.
Yeah.
The owner's like, alright, cool. This guy has potential.
Yeah.
So he put me in a team. So I text my team. I was like, hey, listen, this guy, I got a signature for this. What?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. She's like, he signed. I was like, yeah, he did sign.
Yeah.
I'm picking up the check tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the whole reason why I said the story is because, and this is all for all the salespeople, if you put in the work, if you just put in the work and do what you're supposed to do, and if you want to do more, if you can do more, do more. You are gonna get what you want, but it's not necessarily from that specific door.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you knock on that door, that door might open real easy for you.
Without you even knowing.
Without even you knowing.
Yeah.
It's because
Yeah.
you put it in the work.
And you put in a healthy relationship
Oh yeah,
here.
yes sir.
Yeah.
And you gotta know when you put in the work, you gotta genuinely.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe, and genuinely believe is the number one. Don't get into sales if you don't believe.
Yeah, you gotta believe.
You gotta have that type of imagination You can imagine yourself seeing it being done, and I promise you, it will be done. And you gotta believe in yourself that you can do it, even though you fall. I'm gonna tell you one thing: we humans, homie. How many times did we fall when we was babies?
Well, every time we tried to stand up.
What we doing right now? We walk,
running.
We running. Exactly, we're running. But when we babies, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. When we babies, we didn't have that feeling, emotion. Oh, I feel.
We didn't have a fear of falling.
No, exactly. We didn't have the fear of falling. Thank you very much. It's just the fear. It's the fear of like, I'm falling. No, I don't want to fall. No, when we babies, we fall till we walk. We might cry a bit, but we get up and we try it again. Nobody forcing that baby to try it again.
Yeah.
He tried again on my own. So when you get into sales, belief, determination, imagination. The imagination part, just imagine yourself seeing it.
Yeah.
You got that imagination. Visualize
your success.
It. Yeah. Know that it's coming. Just don't lock it with a certain day or a certain prospect.
Yeah.
Don't lock it with that.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. Don't get attached to any. Just keep doing it.
Keep doing it, cause once you put that work in, you're gonna have the easiest deal coming for you.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Oh God. I felt that this week, and I've been like doing my job for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been doing my job for 2 weeks, and like I went after this guy. He signed, and I was like, okay, this is a signature, but this doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm gonna put this, give it to them. I'm gonna go tomorrow, and I'm gonna work.
Mm-hmm. Keep putting in the work.
I put in the work. I got another one.
There we go.
I got another one.
Yeah.
And same thing. Minimum payment plans. I'm not too happy because I want the full number. I want to put that full number into that business, into my business.
Yep.
And the business owner was like, "You could do that every day."
Yeah.
That's what he said. And that's one factor that I want to talk about just real quick before we end this. The way this is for all the business owners, or like what do they call them, like account managers? Who's responsible for sales? Like it's a team leads or whatnot.
For like the existing customers?
No. Who's who's managing the SDRs?
Their manager.
Manager?
Yeah, manager.
To all the managers of the SDRs out there, when you look at your SDR, just make sure you know the SDR properly so you can get to it. Because each one of us, or like I'm gonna say, each one of the salespeople, we're different human beings.
Yeah.
You might push that guy in a certain way, but if you use the same technique on somebody else, he crashes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely.
So reading people for managers
and knowing how people are motivated.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a hard manager thing. Exactly. Very hard.
Exactly. If you can read people and you got that skill and experience, like the team owner I have. Yeah. The team owner I have.
Well, and ask your employees, how are you motivated?
You know what? I'm gonna say one thing on that question. If somebody asks me that question, I'm not gonna answer. I don't know the answer. Me personally. But there's one thing. If you could just, as a manager, try to get to know the person without, read them. Try to get to know him.
Yeah.
Know him as a friend. Don't know him as an employee. Know him as a friend.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll see the triggers.
Yes, you will. You will.
You will see the
triggers. You get to know somebody well enough, you'll see it.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And like, from my own experience, I was texting the owner, like, hey man, I got to talk to you. Like, yeah, I just got out of I'm training new people. So I'm like, oh wow, I hope we get like hard workers in our squad.
Yeah.
Very friendly comment, He texts me, it's like, yeah, I think there's a couple that are gonna outrun your money. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. I was like, what you mean by outrun my money? He's like, I think there's some
gonna be better than you.
That's some people are gonna have more sales numbers than you. I gave him a ha game out. Ever since that happened.
Love it.
Ever since that happened.
Game on.
3 deals after that.
Ooh. Let's go.
He just texted me, he's like, oh shit, I think I gotta take you seriously. And that man's gonna drive me crazy, But my point is, Mike, the example I'm saying is that once you know the SDRs, once you know people, once you treat people genuinely, you're gonna get what you want.
Real talk.
Anything you wanna close by?
That's it right there.
This is the podcast. I hope y'all enjoy this.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Comment any topics y'all want us to talk about, and we got you.
Hell yeah.
Peace out.
Hell yeah.